Hey everybody, welcome to another tutorial. In this video we're going to be looking at making a YouTube embedded video responsive. Now it's not something that's done by default, and if you just embed a standard YouTube video into your responsive website it won't resize and it'll actually screw up the entire site. So just to give you an example of what it looks like when it's done, we can resize the window here, and if you resize you can see that the video adapts, keeps its ratio, its aspect ratio. And another little thing you may notice here is I've removed the standard play bar from the YouTube video as well. So we're going to look at doing that too. I think it just makes it look more like a picture on a page rather than an actual embedded video. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create an actual videos page. So we're going to use our index page as our template. And the easiest thing to do is just file, save as, and just we'll go back to our root folder, and we'll just change this to, we'll call it videos.php. So we save that, and we can go in and change the title, YouTube responsive. We'll just call it videos, again creatively enough. So we can change our header in here too, and we'll just call that again creatively enough, again videos. Right, so we'll delete what we have here because we don't want any writing on the page, and we go ahead and we create our first item, which is going to be a div to contain our video. Right, so this is our YouTube div. You can call it whatever you want. There's no particular rhyme or reason I call it this, just the fact that it's a YouTube video. So it's a div with a class of YouTube video, and we've closed it out here and we've given it a comment so we know where we are. So what we have to do now is we have to go and get our embed code. So I'm going to embed the entire playlist for building the responsive website. You can obviously embed whatever video you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the share option here, and I'm going to use the iframe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in as a custom size because I want it to be quite big to make sure that we cover all the screen sizes. So we'll say we'll put it in at, say, 1280 pixels wide, so it's 1280 by 720. So it's going to be quite a large video. So we again select our iframe, copy it back to Dreamweaver, and just inside we just tab it out a minute just to make it look neat, and we'll paste it in, and that's our embed code in. Now the next thing that we said we would do was we would go and we would make it a little bit more so that we can remove the play bar. So we achieved that, but just by pasting in a tiny little piece of code, and it goes in directly after the question mark here. So if we paste it in, and the code we're looking at here is and Autohide equals 1 and show info equals 0. That's all we're looking at. That's the tiny piece of code that we're actually going to add in here. So the next thing we want to do is we want to create our rules in our CSS sheet for this. So just under our header H2 rule in the left content area here, I've created 3 rules, and the first one is targeting our YouTube video div, and what we're doing is we're making this position relative. The padding bottom is set to 56.25%, and this is important because it's got to do with the actual height of the video container, so it has to be set to that. Anything smaller and you'll have a narrow video window, and you'll end up cutting off some of the actual video itself. Padding top of 30 pixels, height of 0, overflow hidden, margin bottom of 5% just to push it away from whatever's underneath it. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is targeting 3 rules in one, and they're going to be the same for each of them. So we're going to be targeting the video iframe, the object, and the embed. So the first rule we have is because we have a relative position div here, we want to position this absolutely inside of it. So it's positioned the top 0, the left 0, so it's thrown up against the left hand side and up against the top. And the responsive factor of it is the width 100% and height 100%. So if we save that and we upload both of those to the server, and what we actually didn't do before we go any further is we'll go and we'll update our navigation as well because we added a new page to it. So this is where the changing of the navigation to go to its external sheet comes into its own, because all you have to do is just update one file. So it's videos.php. So we'll save it as well and we'll upload that too, and we'll go back to our responsive page, our responsive website, and if we refresh, we should now have a videos page that's linked to it. Our YouTube video is there, and if we resize, you can see we have a fully responsive window that or YouTube video that resizes depending on the size of our screen. And you can see there's no play bar underneath, you just have the red play button in the middle, and that's it. And the video does not exist because I obviously did something wrong with the code, so we'll go back and look at that. Okay, so what I did wrong is I put it here after the question mark, that little snippet of code, the Autohide. What you do with it now, because I put it in a playlist, it goes in directly after the list of the video list ID. But if you were doing it in a standard video, you'll have a piece of code that looks similar to this. This is a standard embed, and you have your rel equals 0. That's where you put the and Autohide show info equals 0. That's where you put that for a standard YouTube video, and for the iframe you put it after the actual embed code, playlist code. So that's it. We can go back and we can refresh our page again here, and you can see we have our video working perfectly, and of course our bar is missing, and it actually works. Hello everybody, and welcome to this new tutorial. So that's our embed video series, and please be sure to subscribe and to hit the like button, and please leave a comment below. We do like to hear your comments and we do answer them. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.